I don't mind. Once when I was 7 years old, I sat on a banana. And of course, that changed my life.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Executioner, and if you don't know, now you know. And off here to my right is my esteemed co-host, Almanac Jack. He's on the attack, and you can't teach that. What's going on, Jack?
What's going on, Executioner, and what's going on, everybody out there listening to the show? Welcome back to another episode of Good Times. That's right, this is the Good Times podcast where there's good laughs, good fun, and it's always a good time.
Damn right.
New shows come out every Thursday. Don't forget to subscribe, like, or whatever else you do, because when you do that, you won't have to go look for the show.
Yeah.
But if you want to tell somebody where to find the show, Executioner, where can they find it?
Come on. Is that a real question?
Yes.
If you haven't known. Yes. Yeah, well, if you don't know, you're about to know. All you have to do is go to www.thegoodtimespodcast.com, where you can find basically everything streaming on basically every streaming platform, from Pocket Cast to Spotify to TuneIn to iTunes, all that good stuff, even YouTube as well.
Yeah.
And you basically could just find everything all up on there. And once again, just www.thegoodtimespodcast.com.
www.www.
Make sure to get it, and then once you're there, you bookmark it, and then you click on the place you want to go to, and then bookmark it there as well. You want to get all kinds of bookmarks and all that good stuff.
Yeah, like bookmarks like you used to get from like the book fair at St. Helens.
yeah, what he said. I did that.
No, but how you doing, man?
Oh, man, I'm happy, man.
Well, how happy are you?
I'm happier than Donkey Kong in a banana tree. He ain't bananas,
Donkey Kong,
right?
Diddy Kong, Funky Kong.
Yeah, Bunky Kong, Runky Kong, Slunky Kong.
King Kong.
Yeah.
How many other
King
Kongs
Kong
are
Bundy,
there?
rest in peace.
There was that one Kong. Remember I showed you? He looked like an orangutan. He looked all stupid.
What was his name?
I don't know. Shaky Kong? I don't know.
Are you sure his name wasn't Midget Kong?
Oh, Midget Kong. More on that later.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was gonna tell you something. You ever seen on Snapchat, they have like when you swipe to go like see people's stories, but they have like the like sponsored stories and stuff underneath that.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the one Oddly Satisfying?
I have not, no.
Well, it's where people will get like they'll make sand. You know how people like make like the kinetic sand?
Yeah, okay.
They'll like mold it into, like a square or something like that. Then they'll get a knife and they'll cut. And it's like, they'll cut it like perfect, so everything's like perfectly symmetrical, every cut and whatever.
Okay.
And, like the noise is turned up really loud. So like you hear the when they're cutting it.
Right.
But see, I thought of something. The people that are making like all the slime. Well, first of all, what's up with slime? Like everybody making like slime and kids playing with slime now.
Okay.
What's up with that?
I don't know. It's just oddly satisfying is my guess.
Is it like therapeutic or something?
I honestly don't know. My niece makes slime. She loves making slime, and she just like. But the whole thing is that I don't know. I think it's just something that kind of like gets her attention for a little bit, because I've seen her make it and then kind of play around with it and just put it off to the side, and then later on she'll go back and just.
But what does she do with it though? Like when she's done, she like add more water to it? Does she throw it down the drain in the garbage?
Honestly, dude, I don't know. Like it just ends up probably in the garbage. Either that or she ends up selling it at school.
Well,
I'm dead serious. She ends up selling it at school.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of kids making that stuff. Like I was thinking that, man, like imagine how much water, like, okay, imagine how many kids are making this slime stuff.
Yeah.
And then imagine how many like gallons of water like kids are fucking wasting just making this slime stuff.
Well, I don't think you make.
They're the reason we're running out of water.
I don't think they make slime with water.
Well, what's it made with then?
It's like glue, saline, and something else.
Well, saline's water.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a liquid, so
yeah.
But I'm just saying, it's not like you're not going up to your faucet.
Well,
think that's enough.
you know what else is on there though? Like talking with faucets is people are using like the bath bombs in that oddly satisfying thing too. Like they'll turn on like the bathtub faucet and they'll just get their hand and like like put it underneath it and like watch it foam in their hand, or they'll fill the bathtub and like just dunk their hand in there and like let it fizz and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're wasting your bath bomb. or the one I've seen lately is they'll get a bar of soap and they'll get a X-Acto knife or a razor blade.
Okay.
And they'll slice lines in it one way and then they'll turn it sideways and start slicing the other way. So like making like a cross pattern on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
crosshatch pattern.
Yeah, and then they'll start slicing it like just underneath it, kind of like they like slice cheese or something like that.
Oh.
And like all the little squares come off.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and I'm like, you're wasting your soap because you can't use that soap to wash your hands afterwards.
That's true.
Because all the little flakes are too long or too small. I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. I honestly don't know. But you know what's funny, though, is that I remember when I was younger, for some reason, I would always get the bar of soap and just try to carve things into it. And there was one time where I took, I think I took, what was it? Oh, there was a new like Dove one that we just got. I cut it in half, right? I don't know. I'm in the bathroom and I'm just being stupid. I cut it in half and I put a Lego in it, right? And I put it back together by just going in the shower with it and getting it all wet and just like moving, like trying to get the sides to come together.
Yeah.
So like later on, like when it was at the very end, somebody ended up finding a Lego in the fucking thing. I don't
They're all
remember
rubbing it on like their shoulder and start scratching. Oh, goddamn Lego.
There's a Lego. They probably thought, I don't know, it's probably one of my sisters. They probably thought they were like magicians or something. I just put a Lego up here. Oh my God.
Your dad's crying. Ah, you put a Lego in here. Oh, but yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, I mean, it's cool and all, but like, you're wasting soap, you're wasting bath bombs, you're wasting water. So, Jesus, man.
I don't know. Some people just need certain things that are therapeutic to them, you know?
I guess so. But you know what else is oddly satisfying?
Oh, God. What is it?
We went to go watch some midget wrestling.
Oh, yes, we did, and it was so fucking cool.
So I'll let you tell everybody how this whole thing came out.
Okay, so basically earlier this week, one of my friends, shout out to Hugo, the weed man, he ended up hitting me up.
Weed man. No, literally.
He ended up hitting me up and he's like, "Hey man, what are you doing this weekend?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know, probably just chilling or something like that." And I don't know if you heard that interference from my phone. I think that was from my phone. But yeah, so he hits me up. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend?" I'm like, "I don't know, nothing." He's like, "Hey, do you want to go see the movie Us?" I was like, "Oh yeah, that movie's gonna be fucking awesome for one."
Yeah.
So yesterday, or like a couple days later, he's like, "Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it this weekend because I'm not feeling too good. I've been sick all week, but I'll let you know tomorrow." So I'm like, "Okay." So Friday, which is yesterday, comes about, and he's like, "Hey man, he's all, are you down to watch midget wrestling?" And I'm like, "What?" I was like, "Where the fuck is this?" Like, I'm just thinking like, okay, it's like somewhere like not in Fresno, right? And
like on TV?
Like, yeah, well, no, like I was thinking like he wanted to like drive out somewhere.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And go see midget wrestling somewhere else, right? That's kind of what went through my head. And then he's like, "Oh no, it's here at the fairgrounds at 8:00 tonight." And I'm like, "What? Are you kidding me?" So that's when I called you.
Yeah.
And I ended up leaving a voicemail because you didn't answer.
Dude, and it's such a funny voicemail too, because you were at work and like you're trying to like talk quieter. So you're like, "Hey man, so Hugo just called me and he wanted to know if we wanted to go see some midget wrestling tonight. And it's only like $15 and it's going to be at the fairgrounds." And dude, I was dying laughing because I was sitting in my car listening to it. And so then I called you back and you told me the whole thing and midget wrestling. And I never heard, well, I've obviously heard of midget wrestling, but I never heard any like advertisements or anything for it.
Oh no, not
on the radio, like not on Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah,
nothing.
We're big wrestling fans. I follow a lot of like wrestling stuff on Twitter.
Yeah,
and a bunch of other places, but I had never heard of it. Like, okay, I'll take that back. I've heard of it, but just like I just didn't realize like they would be in Fresno at some point. You know, like.
Well, I'm sure like that's like probably like their go-to because I mean everybody knows where the fairgrounds is at.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Obviously, they're not gonna go into like a Sound Arena or Seymour Center.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, like the fact that we didn't hear about it at all, And then all of a
Kinda
sudden,
weird.
of all people, Hugo just drops this in our lap, and we're like, we gotta go see it.
I gotta ask him. I'm gonna ask him like, where did he actually hear about it? Because that's actually it was so funny when he told me that, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I ended up calling Long Leg Daddy, and I'm like, hey man, okay, so I'm at work still. So as soon as he answers the phone, I just hear hello, and I'm like, hear me out, okay, just hear me out. Midget wrestling. And so all of a sudden, like, you just hear like some shuffling, and then he's like, hello, and I'm like,
Oh my god.
I'm like, hello. I'm like, he's all, who is this? I was like, you still don't have my number saved after 3 fucking years? Because like, I always usually hit him up on Instagram or Snapchat, but I've called him before, I've texted him before, and he's like, oh hey man, sorry, I thought you were my work, and so I was gonna try to act all sick.
Yeah. Well, you know why? It's because he got that new iPhone.
Oh,
He didn't even have my number saved in it. So when I called him, one time he was like, no, sorry. I messaged him, and he did that whole, oh, who's this?
Who's this?
Yeah, he's on new phone. Who this? And then I had called him, and he answered, and he's like, dude, it's funny. I just finished putting in your name and everything. And for some reason, he always has Vince McMahon pop up when I'm on his phone.
Yeah, that's right.
Genetic jackhammer.
Yeah.
So he just put like the picture in and like the name and everything. So I called him, and first thing that pops up, big old jacked up Vince McMahon. Okay, go ahead and continue.
So, and then basically I just told him what ended up happening. But I asked Hugo right now, where did he hear about midget wrestling?
Okay.
And he just said, I forgot, but it just popped up on my feed on Facebook. And, you know, what's funny is that I forgot, I didn't check my Facebook, and last night when I got home, I was checking my notifications, and he actually sent me an invite on there to it says Hugo Martinez invited you to all ages micro wrestling at the big Fresno Fairgrounds. I was like, man, honestly, I kind of wonder what my reaction would have been if I would have saw it and him not tell me. Oh, midget, all ages midget wrestling. The fuck. But yeah, dude, it was super cool, and I don't know, I took some notes. Did you?
Oh, hell yeah, I did. So let's get in with it. So, it was me, Mr. Executioner, and his nephew Fernie.
Small-legged Fernio.
He's got a dirty upper lip.
Oh god.
So I picked him up, and the show was at 8:00, and we drove down to the fairgrounds. And as soon as we drive in, we go into the parking lot, and we're like, "Oh, cool." Well, at least I was. I was like, "Cool." There's, you don't have to pay for parking.
Yeah.
And what did you say about the sign?
Oh. So before we get there, I was like, "Watch, the sign's gonna be really low to the ground and hella small." Just as a joke. We walked up into the entrance, and there the sign was, really low to the ground and hella small. I was like,
it was like a 2-foot sign. And it was like handwritten too.
Dude, I was like, oh fuck.
So we go over to the building that it was in, and I think the first thing that you and I both said was like, this is where they have the rock exhibit. Because they do this rock exhibit in the fairgrounds. It's all the glowing geodes and stuff, all the geodudes.
Geodudes.
And anyway, so it was in that building. Mm-hmm. We go in, it was $20 for the ticket. And I looked to my right, and the first thing I looked forward, and the first thing I see was like, and I told you this in the car, I was like, man, that'd be pretty cool if they had like a little ring too. And the first thing that happens, it's a tiny ring. It's a midget-sized ring.
So when he told me about that, at first, like, oh, what if it's like a midget ring, small, like a mini ring? I was thinking, oh man, that would be terrible, because in my mind, I'm thinking like a mattress with super low to the ground with like
homemade ring.
Yeah, like that's what I was picturing in my head. But when we actually saw it, it's just an actual ring, but a smaller size. And I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, like legitimate ropes, turnbuckles, everything.
Yeah. That was super cool. And what were you saying as soon as you walked in, you saw that and you looked to your right?
Oh, so I looked to my right, and there's the merch table, and they're selling their t-shirts and their hats and masks and stuff, and it was pretty cool. Like, they had a lot of t-shirts.
Yeah.
It was like, I support micro wrestling, and
no, it said I support micro violence.
Oh my god,
awesome,
yeah,
dude.
Micro machines. They so then they have their sweaters, their hats and stuff too. They have because it's the Micro Wrestling Federation, so they had the hats on there too and masks and whatever. But then I look behind the counter of who's there, and there's even midgets doing the sales for the merch stand. I was like, oh my god, dude, this is awesome.
Oh, dude, it really was super awesome. Like, I don't know, it really had like that indie territory feel. You know what I mean? Like, you just get in there.
Except everything was tiny.
Yeah. Oh man, it was such a cool atmosphere because it was just like, you know, it's like a mixture of a few kids and their moms or their dads, whatever, taking them, and then there's like a bunch of like fucking adults. There's like the adults that just, yeah, I just want to see a bunch of midgets fight, you know, and they all drink
beer.
Yeah, and then there's like the actual like wrestling fans who are like, yeah, so this match is probably going to be one of those, you know, like...
I'd rank this about a 2-star.
Yeah, 2 stars out of 5 for Meltzer.
And then, what else? Oh, there was they were selling raffle tickets before the show.
Oh, my God. So Flying Ryan comes out, who we'll talk about in a little bit.
Yeah.
And...
What was the price for that?
So he comes out and does the raffle. It's $5 a ticket. And whoever wins actually gets to go backstage and see all the wrestlers and take a picture and meet them all. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool, but I didn't end up doing it.
No, hell no, me either. That's such an easy way for them to make money too.
Yeah, for sure.
There's only one, and all you win is a picture. Like, that's crazy because after the show, they offered to take pictures with everybody.
Yeah, true.
For $5 or whatever. And I was
well, you probably didn't get to like hang out with them and like chill with them and stuff like that. At first, at the end, it's like, yeah, but I could see like why people would want to like jump into that raffle. Either way, it's still a smart idea, and they definitely got them a good little number there in terms of money.
Little number.
Oh my god!
I see what you did there.
Son of a bitch! I didn't do that. There's gonna be a lot of jokes that I'm gonna be making that aren't actually what I'm trying to say.
There's gonna be a lot of jokes that I'm gonna be making that is what I'm actually trying to say. So there were six mini wrestlers.
Well, before that, the advertised start time was 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
8 o'clock. So we got there like at 8 o'clock, pretty much. Basically, right on the dot.
Yeah, by the time we paid.
Yeah, and so we get in, and it didn't start till like 8:30.
The raffle didn't start till 8:30.
Yeah. Sorry. The raffle doesn't start till 8:30. But I also put down some random guy that looks like Hogan and Gorgeous George wins the raffle.
Oh my god, yeah, he did.
And then finally, when they started doing the actual match, like when they started bringing everyone out, it's Bruce Buffer on the thing, and he's like, he comes into the intro and he's all, "Welcome to the main event." It's like, wait a minute, this is the first match of the fucking team.
I know, right? So anyway, there were 6 mini wrestlers. There was one mini woman wrestler, but she was the referee for the entire show.
She was awesome, by the way.
Yeah. And they announced that she was going to be the first little person in Playboy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
So before we get there, I have all the wrestlers' names down right here.
Okay, go ahead.
So we got the first guy that comes out is the Redneck Brawler, The Little Show.
The Little Show.
So he was basically like the big guy, like
he was like 180 pounds.
Yeah, he was a big dude, and honestly, he was like one of my favorite workers, like for sure.
Yeah, that promo he cut was amazing.
Dude, and we'll talk about that promo too because I even wrote that.
Yeah.
And then there was Flying Ryan.
Yep.
As we talked about earlier.
Raffle Man.
Yeah, and the next guy was Patty McGregor.
And of course, he's a leprechaun.
Yeah, so he was basically just a little leprechaun guy. I think I'll save this one for last here, but the next one was the Micro Wrestling Champ, Big Daddy Bruiser, who Sal hated.
I kept calling him Big Daddy Cool.
Oh, and I almost forgot about this guy. Very forgettable. The Heavy Metal Mario.
Well, to everybody there, he's not forgettable, but to you, he is.
I don't know why. I just couldn't get behind the guy.
Yeah.
And let's see here. Who else do we have? Oh, and so the final guy, before we get to the diva, was El Torito.
Yeah, from WWE.
Yeah, I was like, is that so? I'm in my mind when they say because they literally say the only one of the only wrestlers that's ever been contracted by WWE, El Torito, and I'm like, is this just a guy that's just wearing an El Torito
Yeah,
mask?
they just put somebody under the hood. And
yeah, but as the show went on, it's like, no, this is really El Torito.
This is really him, yeah.
It was awesome. It was so awesome. And then the last one,
I was surprised.
yeah, and then the last one that they was the only micro diva, as they said.
Yeah.
Her name was Little Miss. That's the one that is gonna be on the Playboy, like you said.
Well, hopefully, fucking El Torito's not gonna be in Playboy.
I'm not gonna lie though, she was like super cute. Like she looked really good, and you know, I could see in like especially her body too. I was like, oh, okay, I can see why she can be in Playboy. So
yeah.
And then they had the national anthem where they gave up the little where they had everybody make noise for, I guess, one of the wrestlers that had passed away named E Money or something like that, or Eddie Money or something. And so I thought that was pretty
that was a cool little tribute.
Yep.
But what was I say? The national anthem, man, dude, like the track that they had for that, they could have just gotten like a regular person to sing or just like an instrumental of it.
Yeah.
But it was like a stadium version of like somebody singing and like they're doing all the theatrics and all that stuff. I was like, oh my God, can we just hurry this up?
I don't know. I didn't mind it too much. I mean, I don't really pledge of allegiance, but at the end of the day, I didn't mind it.
It was just like a long version of it. Like they took too long to sing it.
So it says it's now 8:40, and some Naomi looking chick, super thick, is getting down to some music.
Oh, dude, yeah, she was. I don't know how many beers she had before, but she was having a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then they asked, show of hands, whose first micro wrestling event this was, and I would say about 90% of the people there raised their hand. Like
and
nobody's seen it.
there was about what 200 to 300 people there.
Yeah, I would say about 200-300.
A bigger crowd than I thought.
Dude, man, I was not expecting that. Like honestly, I wasn't sure what to expect, but I wasn't expecting 200-300 people.
No,
that's
at the
turnout.
most probably like 100 people.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, especially since like we said, there was like no advertisements that we saw.
Right,
so, I mean,
right.
Other people aren't going to see it either.
True.
But and then what was the first match?
So the first match, let's see here. The first match didn't start till 8:50, by the way.
Jeez.
So we're 15 minutes into this bitch, and we get the Redneck Brawler versus Heavy Metal Mario.
Yeah.
So
and this guy's literally dressed up as Super Mario with sunglasses.
So the whole thing is that once again, Little Miss is also the special guest referee.
But before we say that, I think you pointed this out, that she was the referee because they had a ticket tier where it was like $500 that you could be the special referee. And it's like, yeah, she's probably the referee when nobody else wants to pay $500.
Yeah, I mean, but that's smart too, because it's like she didn't have any other women to wrestle, and I'm sure that they weren't trying to get her in there with like a couple guys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she was actually really good at being a referee. Also, the one thing I noted was they shout out some Umberto guy from La Vision. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So he's sitting in the crowd and he points like my way, right? He's all, yeah, he like points my way. He's pointing at the commentary guy behind me, because the commentary guy was behind me.
The guy who looks like Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, Dave Meltzer guy. But there's a kid that's kind of in the way. He looks like he's probably like 13, 14. He like, he looks like he's pointing at him. The kid turns around, he looks at me, and I'm like, I just shrugged, like, what the fuck? Like,
I don't know.
So I just thought that was super fucking funny. Anyways, yeah, so they, Mario, heavy metal Mario comes out.
Yeah, it got all hardcore. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool song.
But also, Little Show cuts a good ass promo, man.
That was a good promo. Like he had people going, because you don't know who's a good guy or who's a bad guy when they come out,
right?
Especially because they did like the intro before, like, oh, we're gonna introduce all of our wrestlers.
Yeah.
And then he comes out and he gets the mic and he starts doing his promo, and then he goes up to this little kid on the outside, and he's all like, go ahead and stand up, and he's like, whoa, you're a big kid, whatever. And then he starts asking him, he's like, how old are you? What grade are you in? Do you like school? And then he's like, all right, I'm gonna ask you one more thing, and then I'm gonna let you go. What's your name? And the kid's about to say, It doesn't matter what your name is. He does the whole rock spiel, man, and it was so good. Everybody just died laughing at that point.
Dude, that was awesome because I looked at Fernie and Fernie's dying, and the reason why he's dying is because I do that to him all the time. Like, hey, what was your name again? Like, it doesn't matter
What was your name again? Stupid.
But dude, the promo that he was cutting was super funny. He's all, it doesn't matter if you're big, it doesn't matter if you're small or tall.
What?
Yeah, and everybody kept saying what, dude. But before he goes to the kid, he's like, he looks at the kid and he points to him and he's like, I don't know about you, kid, but I'll go down there and spank your ass. So I started chanting, spank his ass, spank his ass. And everybody looks at me like, what the fuck? Is this guy a pedophile or something?
He just likes midgets spanking asses. Yeah. But then when the match started, they played music during the match.
Yeah, and the first song was "She's My Cherry Pie."
It reminded me of like a bar fight where there's like music playing around in the bar and like two people get mad at each other. They start fighting. It's always to like some random song like that.
But they start fighting and whatnot, and then there's a spot where he's gonna hit the guy over the head with a clipboard.
Oh my gosh!
He hits him. Okay, so it's a Little Show. He's hitting Heavy Metal Mario. Mm-hmm. He hits the dude in the head. The clipboard breaks
in half. Yeah,
yeah, and it flies into the crowd and hits some chick right on the top of the nose.
Dude,
and cut her.
That clipboard fucked her up. Like it didn't hit her flat. The clipboard flew sideways, and the jagged piece, bam, hit her right in the nose. And she got colored. Like, there was a big old scrape on her nose from it. And everybody's like, oh! And then what happens? Everybody's just like, yeah, wrestling! They didn't even care. They're just like, fuck it. That's what happens.
Oh, my God. Do you remember anything else from the match, really?
Let's see. They hit each other with garbage can lids.
Oh, yeah.
I think Mario hit Little Show with like a caution wet sign. Or wet floor sign. Mm-hmm. And then, there was a ladder spot, I think. I think that was a ladder spot. Unless it was
they were on the outside of the ring. They put the ladder up,
and of course it was a mini ladder.
So they put the mini ladder up, and then they put a trash can that's like between the ladder and the ring, and they just like someone got thrown through it or something like that. Yeah,
but that match was pretty good, especially because like they didn't even say there was going to be weapons or anything. They're just like, oh yeah, it's going to be a match.
And then they had that sunset flip spot.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah. So Heavy Metal Mario goes up for a sunset flip. For those who know who a sunset flip is, what a sunset flip is, I can't explain it over over this. You try to explain it.
Okay. So Little Show is hunched forward.
Okay.
And Heavy Metal Mario is standing in front of him. What he does is he jumps up and he ends up sitting on top of Little Show's back. Mm-hmm. And then what he does is he hooks his leg behind Little Show's arms. He pushes himself forward to do like a flip. So what ends up happening is Little Show ends up flipping forward. And if you know what a power bomb is, then you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Where Little Show ends up doing a flip and landing on the apron with his back and his head and his shoulders down, basically ready for a pin.
Okay.
And the way that they did that was so clean. Like if you see it in WWE or anywhere else, then you'll see how clean it is. But to imagine like two indie guys who happen to be midgets doing that, it was perfect.
Impressive.
It was perfect.
So impressive. And that's when he did that, like, okay, so when Little Show cut the promo at first, I was like, okay, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. And then when they did that spot, I was like, man, these guys are like really fucking good. Like they know exactly what they're doing. Not exactly what they're doing, but they're doing some good stuff. They're doing some good stuff.
Yeah. And who won that one?
Heavy Metal. So Heavy Metal Mario ends up winning the match. He does the Luigi Limb Buster and then goes up to the top. I don't remember what the fucking Luigi Limb Buster was.
I don't remember either.
It might have been
RKO, no?
Yeah. Oh, it was something like the RKO. Yeah, it's probably the RKO. And then he goes up to the top and ends up hitting the Swanton.
Oh yeah.
Off the top rope, and he ends up winning. Yeah, good 20-minute match. The match ended at 9:10.
That match went way longer than I thought it would. Yeah. And dude, the crowd was going crazy.
Yeah, dude, I was
that Naomi looking chick was all into it too.
She has to be a part of it, like somebody's girlfriend or something, dude. I don't know. It was just funny.
Okay, so then the next match was Flying Ryan. Mm-hmm. He came out and he did his promo. And what did they bill him as? Like the most hated micro wrestler in the United States or something like that?
Something like that. Well, because so this doesn't make any sense to me because he comes out and he cuts a heel promo.
Yeah.
But at first, when they first brought him out was for the raffle. So when he's out there for the raffle, I was like, man, this guy is like the most uncharismatic motherfucker I've ever seen in my life.
Looks like he's high.
And he looks like a little Jordan Devlin. To me, he just looked like Jordan Devlin. But yeah, I was like, man, this guy is like not very charismatic. And then he gets on. He cuts a really good heel promo.
Yeah,
and he was just basically getting the good old heat where he's just saying California sucks and Fresno sucks and all their teams suck, and he's like naming all the teams, and the teams he doesn't even like talk about are the Raiders and the Niners, probably the two most prevalent teams.
It's funny because
in California,
because he said that he was from Boston, so he's like, yeah, our teams are so much better. They're better than the Dodgers. Yeah. They're better than the Angels. They're better than the Giants. And then like he said something else, and then he didn't mention the Raiders and the Niners. And then I turned around and I told you, I was like, he's like, yeah, because they all suck. And I told Executioner that, yeah, if he would have mentioned the Raiders, I would have been like, I agree.
I know, I was waiting for that too. I was like, he kept saying like the Rams. I was like, yeah, they suck. And then like the Chargers, yeah, they suck. And the Dodgers, yeah, I love the Dodgers, but they suck. And then like,
yeah.
And then I was just waiting. I was like, oh, once he gets to the Niners, I'm gonna be like, boo, I hate you. And then, but he was also, when he was doing the promo, he tells some fat guy not to have a heart attack.
That was the guy that you thought was like with that like really good looking Asian chick.
Yeah, the promoter. He looks like a promoter. He was like a really big guy
like
with
a furniture salesman. What are you talking about?
He looks like a promoter. He has the gold chain on, and he has the blazer on and everything.
Yeah, it's like a light blue like blazer, like. But then he just had jeans on, so I mean.
So I'm saying he looks like a promoter. Like that's a total promoter.
Looks like a used car salesman. But anyway, he ends up fighting what's his name? Patty O'Connor or
Patty McGregor.
Patty McGregor, yeah, sorry. The leprechaun guy. And
oh my god.
And that match was pretty good too, because I think those are like the two workhorses.
Yeah, I would definitely say so.
That's the Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels of the Micro Wrestling Federation.
But they had that one spot where they both Flying Ryan ended up giving Patty McGregor a pan, and Flying Ryan also had a pan. Yeah. And they started just going simultaneously, boom, 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 and it basically ended off with Flying Ryan going to hit him for like the fourth time. Patty McGregor puts the pan in front of his face, so it hits the pan, and the pan ends up hitting his head. But then the other pan ends up hitting fucking Ryan's head, and they both go on the ground, and it was just like,
they were hitting each other fucking hard.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome.
I had to make a note right now. Save that video because I have it on my Snapchats. I need to save that video. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Because they're hitting each other, and then you just hear me, holy shit, holy shit. Because they were going at it.
Yeah, dude.
It was a good like 5 hits to each person.
Right. And one thing too was early on, like Flying Brian. I keep wanting to call him.
I know. I kept doing that too. I was like, he's not Pillman.
Flying Ryan. He was doing a lot of good stuff. Like he was getting really good heat. But I mean, he could easily be a face wrestler for sure with his style and whatnot. But he was doing a lot of springboards, a lot of this and that, and he looked really good. Like he could tell he was one of the better workers for sure.
Yep. And then Patty McGregor. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. I keep saying Patty O'Connor. Patty McGregor ends up winning the match against Flying Ryan with a stunner, basically, like a mini stunner.
Yeah.
And
the Irish code break.
Yeah. Okay. And I got that on video too, but I added a little boing for like when he gets the stunner. So he kicks him in the gut and he turns around for the stunner. Boing.
And then also Flying Ryan had his finisher. His finisher was called the Massachusetts Massacre, and I think that was the AA. Oh yeah,
yeah, it was F5.
It was like a backwards F5 where he had him up, and he kind of like like F5, he throws him forward, but he kind of like throws him backwards.
Yeah.
And he just gets so much fucking air off Patty McGregor.
Yeah.
He just died, dude. And I was like, so I was really surprised he didn't win the match with that. because that was a really good move. He killed it. He was awesome.
But another good match, and that was what, like a 15-minute match, maybe?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? The Irish code break wasn't the stunner. It was the X Factor. The face buster.
That's right. Irish car bomb, I think was his stunner.
The stunner, the Irish car bomb. The Irish car ball.
the Miss Car Ball, yeah. Okay, so what was the next match? That was with the John Cena looking dude.
Yeah, so the next match was the main event where it was the micro champ Big Daddy. I put Big Daddy something because I forgot his name.
Big Daddy Cool, Big Daddy Daddy-O.
What the hell was it? It was Big Daddy Bruiser, yeah, Big Daddy Bruiser.
Big Dick Bruiser.
Big Dick Bruiser against El Torito. So we got to see El Torito come
Wait a minute. Look at Big Dick Bruiser. Do you remember what I told you? I was like, yeah, I bet she's got the biggest dick out of all those guys.
Dude, I laughed so hard because there was like people in front of us and they're probably like, what the fuck? I couldn't stop laughing though. That shit was so funny. And
but yeah, this match was for their world title, their world championship.
Yeah, the micro wrestling world champion. And in my notes here, I just put they're fighting.
They're fighting. Yeah,
no, but because it starts off with like El Torito kind of doing like his whole lucha spiel, or doing his best to do it, like doing some like roll ups, doing some grapples here and there, rolling it up, doing a bunch of good cruiserweight stuff,
Sure.
But they I forgot to mention was when the girl, the referee, she has to pat down everybody before each match, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But she's patting down El Torito, and Torito has like this fucking giant cup on. So as she's going down, she's like patting him down, and then she's like his cup's like right in her face. And she's just like smiling super fucking hard. Like, it's so funny. And everyone's like, yeah. And Torito's kind of like, he's like kind of shrugging around, like kind of like, oh, okay, I'll take it. And he even looked my way, and I just kind of threw up my hands like, fuck it. And he's like, yeah, fuck it.
She's already there.
But you could tell that Torito was like a definite professional. Like,
oh yeah,
he is so fucking
you can tell the
good.
difference between him and the others. Like, you can tell he's just like levels above these guys, dude,
for real. And now that I think about it, I wonder if any of these matches are on YouTube. I wonder if he's done a match with Flying Brian or Flying Ryan. Damn it,
goddamn Flying Brian.
I know. I wonder if he's done a match.
We should look it up after.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
And you listening to this too, look it up because there's some good stuff.
And the Big Daddy Bruiser, his finisher or one of his moves was called the Kansas City Crippler.
Ooh.
And I don't remember what move that was though.
I don't remember either. I just remember that he got air when he did that leg drop.
Oh yeah, so he was really athletic.
How tall? Okay, first of all, how tall do you think he was?
I don't know.
Because he was the tallest out of all of them.
Yeah. No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. The Bruiser? Sure.
I thought it was the Little Show was the tallest.
No, Bruiser was taller.
He's just big, but
I'd say I don't know what, like 3 something.
Maybe.
Yeah, but okay, so he's 3 something. He jumps up, and his ass, because he's doing leg drops, which means like you're in a sitting position.
Yeah,
and when he jumped up, his ass was above to where his head would be if he was standing.
Yeah,
he got air. He was basically cleared of the top rope if he wanted to.
Yeah, for sure. And he did it off I think he ended up doing a springboard or something, or that off the top rope at some point too.
Off the top rope, yeah. He didn't springboard. He just climbed the ropes.
Yeah, it was super awesome. Yeah, it was super awesome.
Yeah, and dude, and Torito was doing some good shit too, flying around. He did springboards.
Right.
Did some flippy shit, and then they went onto the outside, and of course, they grabbed all the weapons too. And then didn't Bruiser end up hitting Torito, and like the clipboard went flying again?
Oh yeah. So they go out to the corner, and everybody starts gathering around right there. And there was a spot where he's gonna hit him with the clipboard again. But so he hits him with the clipboard breaks, and there's this little girl just standing right there, and the clipboard hits her in the face from what I could see. But it was just more so, and she caught it. So I'm guessing like it was more of like a flat, like kind of hits her. And
Yeah,
she, just
she definitely didn't get fucked up like that one girl.
No, that other chick.
Yeah, this clipboard must have like if you were to just throw like a book at somebody, like just like barely hit her, which is good because I wouldn't want to see that girl get fucked up because man. I bet you the dad would have kicked their fucking ass.
So bad, dude. No, I mean, I don't think he would have been all that mad. It's just more so like, you get that close to the action, it kind of sucks, but I mean, that is what it is.
Either that or a little girl would go kick his ass because she was bigger than they were.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden at the very end, we get ourselves a good old run-in where
Little Show Ryan.
Yeah, Flying Ryan and Little Show, they come in and start kicking Torito's ass before he wins.
Yeah, and everybody there's all,
yeah.
Boo.
So I thought that, I was like, damn, that sucks. I was hoping Torito would win.
Yeah,
and then, so those two guys come out, so the match ends, it's disqualification. The match
but then ends. we gotta run him by the good guys too, though.
Yeah, so then Patty McGregor and
Patty O'Connor.
Heavy Metal Mario, they come on out. And everyone's all fighting, doing their thing, and then Dave Meltzer, the guy that's doing commentary, he's like, you know what, Micro Bruiser, since you want to do this and blah blah blah, well, you're no longer the champion. And I was like, okay,
but he's still walking around with a belt.
Yeah, he's like, what are you talking about?
And what did I tell you about this guy? He does no facials.
Oh yeah,
like his face does not change at all. It's like you're not the champion anymore, and he's just looking like what? Oh no
he's
way.
like he's like the Nicolas Cage of micro wrestling.
Yeah, dude, he's just stone faced like the whole time.
and then all of a sudden the Meltzer guy ends up saying that they're gonna do a battle royal.
Micro Royale
for the belt too.
Yep.
So I thought that was pretty cool, putting the belt on the line in a battle royal like that. So
imagine if you just heard Midget Battle Royal. Everybody, yeah!
So it starts off. They're all just fighting 3-on-3 basically at first.
Sure. And basically, who they fought against in the regular singles matches.
Right. And then so the heels, they go for a spot where they're gonna do a triple suplex. Where everybody's just kind of side by side on the good guys.
Yep.
So they do the suplex, but as Heavy Metal Mario is going up, he fucks up and literally lands on El Torito.
Yeah.
And dude, like he landed on him hard, like fucking hit first right on his fucking stomach or something, dude. I was like, fucking Heavy Metal Mario, man.
Well, he was the tiniest guy out of all of them. I think he was like, what? 60, 70 pounds?
Yeah.
He was the smallest out of all of them.
Yeah, he was definitely the smallest.
Yeah, so then, who did I say got eliminated first? It was, Patty. I told you, I was like, yeah, Patty's probably going to get eliminated first. He gets eliminated.
Yeah.
And then, Big Dick Bruiser gets eliminated.
Oh yeah, so we were guaranteed a new champ after he got eliminated.
Yep. And then after that, I think Torito got eliminated, and everybody's like, "Oh,
yeah." Well, because
Torito eliminated Flying Ryan, and then
no, because they did that spot where Flying Ryan's holding Torito by the arms on the outside of the outside of the ropes.
Yeah.
Little Show's gonna go and hit Torito, but Torito ducks at the end and ends up knocking Flying Ryan off the ring, the apron, so he gets eliminated.
Yeah, and then Little Show ends up eliminating Torito.
Yeah, that was a good back and
basically
forth,
left us with Little Show versus Heavy Metal Mario,
who was like dead the entire match.
He's just
comes out of
on
nowhere and then just fucking literally just runs over and just tosses Little Show over. I wasn't happy.
Yeah, he Roman Reigns that one. But seriously though, like the pop when he won was pretty crazy. Huge, like all 300 people in that place were like, oh, like it got really loud.
It was a really good build up, not gonna lie, and especially when you're eliminating the heel, it's like oh shit, like. Dude, no, but that pop was pretty ridiculous. And it was really cool. It was like, I was like, holy shit.
Yep, and he became the new Micro Wrestling Federation champion. Okay, dude. So to wrap up this part of the micro wrestling, what was your like favorite takeaway from that whole thing?
Oh my god, my favorite takeaway
was
probably seeing certain guys like Little Show and Flying Ryan just be so fucking good, like almost up to like Torito's level. And it's nothing against the rest of them, I think the rest of them did a really good job too. But there's always going to be those guys that are going to be like head and shoulders above them.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like, I think both of them really impressed me a ton. Like, I went in with not much of an expectation besides, the only time I've ever seen fucking midget wrestling is like in AAA where, they get a bunch of dudes in masks and fucking throw them out of the ring and they die and then they go to their fucking families and they're dead. But no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like that was a big thing for me. It was like, this was a really well produced show. I mean, obviously,
it really was.
Yeah, obviously, there's always growth for a lot of shit, but it was really good. What about you?
My biggest takeaway from that was watching the security guards. Because the whole time that these guys are wrestling, the security guards are watching too, and they're just cracking up at fucking getting hit in the head with a cookie sheet, fucking flying off a ladder and shit. And there was especially that one like big old tall white dude that was a security guard with the mustache. Oh yeah, you could tell he was like an old wrestling fan.
Oh yeah, dude.
And
he was so
I remember looking over and seeing him. He's just dying laughing, or like when like Mario like did something to Little Show, like you can see him like pumping his fist. Yeah. So, like, I think that was cool because I mean, man, if you get like everybody, like especially security guards who were just there to be like, all right, I gotta work tonight. Yeah, and then they're into it. That's how you know you got a good show. Yeah,
it was really entertaining. Like literally anybody could have gone and had fun. Like Fernie, Fernie, me and Fernie used to watch a lot of wrestling, but Fernie's not into wrestling, but he had a lot of fun. Like he was actually moving around with us as we were trying to look at like certain spots and stuff like that. He was moving with us, and he was like, "Yeah, it was really fun." So I thought that was super cool. Like it was such a good show.
Yeah. So if micro wrestling ever comes back to Fresno, we're definitely gonna go see it again.
And I hope Flying Ryan fights Torito.
And if you listening to this ever get a chance to see it, we'll see you there because oh god, it's such a good time, and it's only $20. It's a good ass $20.
Yep. I would say that this would get the stamp of a good time.
That's right. It sure does. Gets our stamp of approval.
That's so true.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll see you on the other side. This time it won't be about micro wrestling. It'll be about something pretty funny. So we'll see you on the other side.
Yeah.
Coming this Saturday to the Fresno Fairgrounds, it's Monster Slam.
Oh yeah, also coming this Saturday is your B+ show, Execution Jam. We'll have all your favorite monster trucks.
We'll have all your second favorite monster trucks. Appearing live will be
Biggerfoot,
Grave Robber,
Under Trucker,
the Crip Walker,
Rainbow Thunder,
the Chimney Sweeper,
Heavy Machinery,
El Culo Negro,
Swamp Ass,
What the Truck,
Truck Your Mother,
the Ice Cream Truck from Hell,
Maxi Pad Destruction,
Rhino Penis,
Fallophilia,
the Warm Wheelcome,
Midget Maniac,
the Street Pharmacist.
Tickets start at $20 a piece.
Our tickets start at $19, and we have beers for just $5.
Oh yeah? Well, our beers are only $4.50, and you get an Execution Jam mug.
We've got foam fingers.
Start time is at 8 o'clock.
We start at 7:55.
Get your tickets to Executioner Jam.
Get your tickets to Monster Slam.
But don't get tickets to Monster Jam.
If you'd like to advertise a product or idea of yours here on the show, shoot us an email to goodtimespodcastgtp@gmail.com. We'd love to work with you and grow both of our brands.
The Sports Society podcast on the Guys of the Roundtable Network takes two worlds and smashes them together each episode as sports and society meet and sometimes mix. The Sports Society podcast is available for download every Monday on iTunes. Now, back to the show.
And we're back with the Good Times Podcast. Yeah, because it's the Good Times Podcast and it's good wherever you listen to it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, Executioner, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, shoot.
Did you play sports as a kid?
Damn, what the hell is that? I don't know what that is. Yeah, I did actually. I played quite a bit of sports, yeah.
Good. Well, me too. So good to see that you were an active child.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about sports that we used to play because I'm sure there's some good stories in there somewhere.
Oh man, there's definitely some good stories.
What was the first sport that you played as a kid?
Let's see. The first sport that I played as a kid, I believe, was soccer.
Me too. Why is that always everybody's first sport?
I don't know. I mean, I would say that soccer was really like relevant back then with a lot of kids and stuff like that.
All the Mexican kids, yeah.
Yeah, especially the Mexican kids. Good old Mexican,
yeah. I think I started playing soccer in pre-K, kindergarten, one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I think I played all the way up until like 4th grade, 5th grade.
Okay. I didn't end up playing that long at first because what ended up happening was I played and then I ended up jumping into T-ball.
I played that too.
Yeah, did you? Okay, so I was like so into fucking baseball, and it was kind of funny because basically I would just hit. Like I just remember hitting the ball and just running as fast as I could. That's just how it was in T-ball, but.
Well, you're a kid. That's like what you see, and you're like, I hit it. I gotta run. I gotta run.
I was actually pretty good though, not gonna lie. And so I was like, yeah, maybe I should just keep playing like baseball and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I remember they were doing this thing where they were making baseball cards for all the kids, like their own custom baseball cards.
No way.
Yeah. So they're all
dope.
asking me like for stuff on the back. They're all asking me like, who's your favorite baseball team? And it's like, I like the LA Dodgers. And I'm like, okay. Who's your favorite player? And I was like, fuck, I don't know anybody from the Dodgers. Like
Babe Ruth.
No, I ended up saying Mark McGwire.
Oh, he was playing for I think the A's at the time, no?
No, he was with the Cardinals at the time already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he was because he didn't start getting big until he was with the Cardinals.
Yeah, well, he didn't start getting big until he started taking steroids too.
So I always thought that was super funny because it was like I didn't know anybody from the Dodgers, and I was like, oh, Mark McGwire, fuck it.
Yeah. That's hella cool though. I'm surprised they didn't ask you like, what's your favorite cartoon? Like, what's your favorite cereal? Put on there too.
You know what? I think that I did it at St. Helens too.
Okay, I did T-ball at St. Helens, and it was co-ed teams. And
yeah, that makes sense.
The weird thing was like the hats that they would make you wear, dude. Oh, I fucking hated them because like, I mean, you're a little kid, so you got like a little head, but like the hats were like fucking tall, so like you look stupid while you're wearing them.
I don't remember.
And then I think the thing is like everybody on the team gets a chance to hit the ball.
Yeah,
and then they switch sides.
Oh, okay? That's right.
But see, here's the thing that I thought was stupid too, is that when the last person on the team hits, the entire team goes and runs around the bases, and then they come back. And I was like, this is bullshit.
I don't remember that.
But I would always tell my dad, I was like, yeah, we won. And he's all like, how do you know you won? I was like, because we won. That's why, duh.
Your dad was trying to keep it real. You're all, fuck off, we won.
Yeah, he's like, no, I was really good. Like I was always really good at baseball, softball, like everything. So like I remember this one kid named Daniel Hernandez. This kid sucked. He sucked. Like I think it was like they do like 3 underhand pitches, and if you strike on them, then they give you the tee.
Oh, so that's right.
This fucker kept hitting the tee. He would not hit the ball. He would not hit the fucking ball. He just kept hitting the tee. And honestly, I think they just fucking picked up the ball, threw it, and said, "Oh, he hit it, run!"
And that was probably the day that he said, you know what? I'm just going to be a used car salesman.
Yeah, at least I'll be able to go to some midget wrestling matches. Yeah. Then what did you play after T-ball?
After T-ball, I went back to soccer.
Okay,
which I wish I never did, but I went back to soccer and I was playing in the under 8s. Mm-hmm. And when I was playing in the under 8s, dude, I was fucking killing it. And you know what's funny is that my brother would always tell me like, dude, you're so good out there. Like he was like, all you would like, he said like all I would do was I was basically the center, so the striker, and so like I would pass the ball to start it off. They would pass it back, and then I would just go just go through everybody and just score, and then come back. Yeah, like I was all tight. Like I gave no fucks about the rest of the team.
Yeah,
because like that wasn't my style. Like when I was younger, like I would always watch the Big Green and shit. So I was like, all right, I'm scoring, and I was like really fucking good. And he would like, and the thing was like my brother would tell me like, you're like really fucking good at dribbling. And then around that time is when I started getting hella fat. So I was still hella good, but he said that I looked hella funny because I was just like this big fat kid who was just like dribbling and shit.
You're all running.
He said I was still doing the same moves and just getting by people, but I was just fat.
Hey, as long as it works, man. That's just more power to push the other kids out of the way.
And I ended up, and I was actually playing for Sacred Heart at the time.
Okay.
And
we might have played you then.
Oh yeah, well I know you guys did for sure, easily. And I don't remember anything. I just remember my best friend Michael was the goalie. But so yeah, my dad was like, "Hey, do you want to play for the under 10s?" And I was like, "Shit, okay." Mm-hmm. So we went to go play for the under 10s, right? And I remember first practice. And the funniest thing is, the fucking field where the practice was is literally right down the street right here.
Really?
Right here. Yeah, it's fucking weird. And we were going there, and the first thing the coach says, he's like, "All right, everybody, welcome back to the season. We have a couple new faces. Chris, blah, blah, blah." And like a couple people already knew me. Like they had seen me and stuff. They're like, "Okay, he's pretty good, blah, blah, blah." But the first thing that the coach says is, we have to remember, guys, that this is now a team sport and you have to pass, Chris. And I remember like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I was just stupid. I was like, fuck. So that means like I'm gonna have to learn like a system. I'm gonna have to learn all this shit.
Yeah.
And that was the last practice I went to.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes, dude.
Wow.
Because I couldn't like, I don't know. I just felt like I was really good, but I wasn't into soccer, so I didn't know.
You played for yourself, not like for soccer.
Yeah, so because I didn't know the game, like I knew like football or baseball. I didn't know like the rules or anything like that. I didn't know you could go off sides or all this other garbage, So that's why I was like, I was just too young to just comprehend. I didn't feel like trying to learn the sport, and so I just I kind of pushed it out. But whatever.
I get you.
What about you?
I went, I played t-ball and then played soccer like the same year. And like I said, I played soccer all the way until about 4th, 5th grade. I played goalie.
Oh, you were the goalie?
Yeah.
I played scored goalie on your ass a few times. No.
And, no, dude, what was it like 3rd and 4th grade? Like I got so tired of playing goalie. Like some games, like I would just fucking let them score because I was so goddamn tired of playing goalie, man. I was like, can I at least be like defender? Can I midfield something? They're like, "No, you're the goalie. You're gonna be the goalie." And I was like, "Fuck." Although in 4th grade we went to Sanger and went to the Christmas tree tournament.
It was a Christmas tree tournament.
Yeah, it was right at the end of December, and we ended up winning that one.
Oh, nice.
And it was weird, dude, because the all the games was against dudes, and then all of a sudden we played an all girls team.
What?
Yeah, and they were fucking good.
Oh shit!
And that was like the hardest game like I had ever had to play because like they were striking on me a lot.
Damn.
But I didn't let a single goal in like that whole tournament.
Oh, nice.
So we fucking blew out everybody in that tournament. So we won that whole thing.
It's because you guys had Juan, didn't you?
No, check this out. It was Juan, Cody, Vincent, basically everybody from my grade.
Damn.
Plus like some other kids that were from who knows where.
Yeah.
But dude, our team was stacked.
I bet
our team was stacked, bro.
A bunch of Mexicans, except
exactly.
Cody.
And then, a bunch of Mexicans and Cody. And then I stopped playing in 5th grade because football.
Oh yeah.
They finally they let you play football in 5th grade at St. Helens.
Yeah.
Played football, and I think I played tight end that year. Because
nice.
I couldn't be quarterback because this other kid was already quarterback.
Was it fucking Gomes?
No, it was Carlos Alvarez.
Oh, okay, okay.
Punch his dad.
I was gonna say when I was younger, I was like in 1st grade or some shit. I was at Sacred Heart and we were all playing soccer out of recess, and I was gonna do a corner kick. So I did the corner kick. The ball like kind of curved. and it ends up hitting the teacher right in the face that was watching us.
Yes.
Bam! Just hit her right in the face. But I felt so bad because I loved her, dude. She was always
one of the teachers you
so
did like,
good to me.
Yeah.
She absolutely loved me, and it's funny because I never thought about it, but it was like she absolutely like loved me. She adored me, and I fucking kicked her in the face. And dude, seriously, after that, like she like did not like me, dude. I was like, fuck, man. But yeah, anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, so I played football in 5th grade. And then before I started the whole football talk in 6th grade, I went back to soccer for a year.
Oh.
And it was because the coach at the time, he's like, oh, come on, come play with us again. I was like, all right. So, bought some new shoes and like shin guards and shit. And guess what I was? Goalie again. Ended up going back to the Christmas tree tournament, and we ended up winning that one too.
Oh, so nice.
2-time fucking Christmas tree tournament champion.
Sounds like fucking backyard soccer or some shit.
2-time awesome,
BYS.
Dude. The cool thing about this tournament was, well, obviously, like everybody gets a medal, and it's it says like Sanger Christmas tree tournament. It's got a fucking Christmas tree on there. The winners got trophies about this big.
Holy shit!
Probably like about a foot tall.
That's not bad.
And it was a big old thing of like Santa with like a soccer ball in his hand and shit, and it was pretty cool.
Oh my god, Santa Claus.
And then they took action shots. There was like photographers there.
What?
And while you're playing, like they're out, taking pictures, like professional pictures.
Oh wow!
And my mom bought some because like they were like, oh, if you want to buy them, like they took the pictures and then said, if you want to buy them, then here they are.
Okay.
They bought the action shots of me, and it's like when I'm, like catching a ball. Another one was like me like gonna go throw the ball to somebody. Another one was like when I'm just gonna do a drop kick. And dude, those action shots were fucking good. Like
I was like, wait, a drop kick? You just ran out and started just drop kick some kid.
Drop kick one of those girls. And then there's another one where like it's like I'm midway, like kind of like sliding to like block a ball.
Oh,
and dude, like they were really good. Like,
nice.
If I had MySpace back then, I probably would have. I would have put it as my profile
you would have been
picture.
Soccer B-Sal, like Soccer Adrian.
Oh yeah. But yeah. So what was the next sport you played? Was it football?
Yeah. The next sport was football. I mean, obviously, like in between that time, I was like, I wouldn't say obviously, but between that time, I skateboarded a lot.
Me too. And BMX.
Yeah.
Well, that's when that shit started getting real hot.
Oh, dude, it was getting
Tony Hawk and fucking Dave Mira, Matt Hoffman.
Yeah, dude, the BMX and all. Dude, I love fucking
extreme
Dave
sports,
Mira,
dude.
man.
Oh god, it was so
super
good.
awesome. But but it wasn't like a sport. It was just more like our leisure hobbies
recreation,
and stuff like that. Yeah. But so I ended up playing football in 6th grade, and it was when I went to your guys' school for St. Helens that first year.
Oh yeah.
And so I ended up going there first year, and that's how I ended up meeting you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember playing that first year, and I was man, I don't remember the fuck I was. I don't remember what I played. I remember I was backup quarterback. So there was there was one day I was backup quarterback to you, and there was one day that you weren't supposed to be there, and I think that was the day you were supposed to get your teeth fucking taken out or whatever, or something like that.
It was.
So I was like, all day I was like, all right, like I gotta fucking, I'm gonna be quarterback, and I was like, this is where I really gotta shine and take my shot, and just and really solidify my number 2 status, like maybe become number 1. It's all going to my head at this time.
So you're hyping yourself up all day during school.
Yeah, and so what ends up happening?
Drawing pictures on the fucking paper.
So what ends up fucking happening? I get fucking detention. As I talked about last time, is the only fucking school where you get detention for fucking laughing.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it was like the dumbest concept to me. But either way, I remember I had detention, and so I'm getting ready to leave detention and go to fucking practice finally. Like, all right, I gotta go. So I tell my teacher, like, oh, I need a slip, or I need something that tells that with your signature on it that says why I'm late.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, why don't you just take your detention slip? And I was like, fuck, dude. So I remember going up to
That's
Dominic.
not the note I wanted.
So shout out to Dominic, who was the coach at the time, and also unshout out to him because I gave him the detention slip and he made me run laps the rest of the fucking practice. I should have just not went. If I knew that, I would have not gone at all.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, when I came back from getting my teeth for my fillings, he made me run laps too.
Damn it, Dominic!
My teeth hurt, damn it.
I just remember I sucked. Like, I was not very good.
I honestly don't remember what you played besides backup quarterback. I mean, probably receiver or something. Seriously, like I have no idea what you played.
I was probably like a defensive end, or maybe I was a tight end at the time too. Because like I just remember I wasn't very good, and then going to OLV the next year, because I mean, for those that didn't hear the story last week, I ended up getting suspended, and I didn't end up going back. Yeah. So for 2 quarters, I went to this Christian school where I met Beans, by the way.
Huh?
I went to this Christian school off over there by across the street from Vallarta. There's a Christian school called Central Valley Christian Academy. Okay. And so I went there for the last 2 quarters that I wasn't able to go. And I ended up Beans actually went there for school.
Beans? What?
You don't remember Beans from Even Stevens?
Oh, I was like, Beans, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, Beans. You remember Beans?
Okay, yeah.
So Beans was like there, and I remember seeing him like I guess he only went like once a month on a Monday. So randomly, I just come to school one day, and like there he is. Like, holy shit! Like, this is awesome. It's fucking Beans. So when we were doing prayer at the beginning, I was like standing next to him, and I was like, hey man, do you mind giving me an autograph? And he's like, yeah, sure. So he was super fucking cool to me.
That's cool.
And he ended up putting his autograph on an index card, and I always had it in my wallet. And then like 3 years later, I took out the wallet and I opened it up to show somebody, and there was nothing there.
Oh,
it just washed away.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, so I was like, "Fuck, man!" But yeah, and
it's just a picture of a bean.
And then after that, I ended up going to OLV, and I ended up getting held back, so I was in 6th grade again. But I remember before I started that year again, I was backup quarterback again because the quarterback that was there, he played first year as a 5th grader, and the coach that was there, he's really high on keeping guys at the same position in the same system over time, so that by the time 8th grade comes around, like we're all fucking really good, cohesive unit. Yeah, he was a really good coach, and so So I was the backup quarterback again, but it was funny because I remember there was kids like, oh yeah, you should be the quarterback, and just hyping me the fuck up,
getting
right?
Hyped up again.
Yeah, and
Draw
so
those
like
pictures.
we get to first practice, and dude, like he didn't even like acknowledge me as like a backup QB. It was what the fuck? This
was my watch.
He didn't even acknowledge me as like a backup QB or anything or as a QB.
He just didn't acknowledge you at all.
Yeah. So he was like, okay, he was like, yeah, you're a pretty big kid, but it looks like you're pretty agile as well. He's like, we'll put you at tight end. So I was like, all right, cool. And it was true. Like I was good enough that I could be an offensive lineman. Yeah. But also at the same time, like I was also pretty agile for like my size. Sure. And I remember going home and telling my brother, like, dude, you gotta help me learn how to catch, because I was not good at catching. I could catch here and there, but I wanted like fucking good hands. And dude, I remember me and him going out in the front yard, and he was throwing the ball to me as fucking hard as he could. And I remember it kept bouncing off my hands, and he was getting mad. He's like, what's the point of me throwing you the ball as hard as I can if you're not even gonna catch it? So then I started getting to the point where I was catching everything. And
you started getting mad too, that's why. Yeah.
Yeah, and like even my coach was like fucking impressed. He was telling my quarterback, he's like, yeah, and so he's gonna run the wide corner, and he's all, you just throw it. And Chris, he's gonna catch it. He's got spider hands. And I was like, oh,
wow,
jeez, I really have some good hands.
Wow.
But yeah, then I ended up playing that through 8th grade. So
cool,
super cool.
Yeah, I played quarterback all the way up until 8th grade. We won two championships.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think we ended up winning 1, but that was it.
Yeah. I don't know what is with me, like winning only 2 championships. Like I don't get a third. I never get a third.
Well, thankfully you've done more than 2 episodes on the Good Times podcast.
Oh, you weather.
I didn't mean it like that.
I know. But then I also played basketball.
Oh yeah, me too. I forgot about that.
See, here's the thing with me in basketball. I also won 2 championships.
Oh my god!
But here's the thing though. From 4th grade, I was killer.
Okay.
3-point shots everywhere.
Really?
Long Leg Daddy-O's dad was my coach.
Oh,
And dude, I would make shots, but when I'd get the ball, I would like jump and then shoot. So like I wouldn't jump while shooting.
Oh, you
so
would like
I would
wait till to the top and then you would shoot?
No. I would literally jump, boom, plant my feet, then shoot. So like I was like jumping before like actually
So you were
shooting.
traveling.
So yeah, they would call traveling on me all the time, and all those 3-point shots would go in.
Oh.
And Haas would get so mad. He's like, "Come on, you can't jump." So then like I remember one time I think he made me practice just like not jumping basically.
Oh my goodness.
But then from 4th grade on, dude, I just started getting worse. I'm serious. Like to this day, like I like playing it, but I suck.
Yeah.
I suck at basketball. Like I got like a high IQ for it, but like I can't. I don't know. Like my skill just goes down.
Yeah.
So from 4th grade on, like my skill for basketball has just gone down. I won 2 championships though.
There
but
you go.
But it's only because like I was, everybody's good at layups.
Yeah.
But like I could pass the ball like crazy. Like I could put it anywhere.
Nice.
So like I think that was like the only like thing I would contribute to the team. It's like somebody's over there. Boom. There you go. There's the ball, guys.
So I forgot that I played in this like Christian league when I was like younger too. I was probably like in 4th or 5th grade. Probably no, more like 3rd or 4th. But I was playing and I would I was like fat at the time, but I was like still like fucking I was still like agile fat. And
Fat Gile.
Fat Gile. So me being Fat Gile, I would steal the ball and I would run to the other side of the court to lay it up. And I would miss every fucking time. I would go way too fast. I would throw the ball way too fucking fast. And finally, like I practiced
Throw it all hard against the backboard.
Finally, like for a week straight, like I finally like started getting it. And then I didn't end up playing, or I ended up doing like a free throw contest at like some Catholic church like a year later, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was pissed because I couldn't get I got pretty good at free throws, but the whole thing was when the actual competition came around, dude, I was so pissed off because they did the free throw line and it was like a little bit further back for one, and I was a young kid, so I had to like jump in order to make it, but I would make it.
Yeah.
But then they were like, "Oh nope, you're over the line. You have to do it again. Nope, you went over the line. Nope. So like I'm over here like trying to make sure I don't fucking jump over this line, and I fucking ended up sucking, so I didn't win.
Yeah.
And I didn't play again until 8th grade. They finally like, "Hey, just come out. Like, just come play with us." All right, fine. And the coach was telling me too, like, "You should come play." Like, all right, whatever. And I ended up being a center, and I wasn't like the greatest.
Why? Because were you taller than everybody else?
No, I was just like really big body. Like I was just.
Oh, so you just move around.
Yeah, so I was like fucking people up, like left and right.
Oh yeah.
And there was like
elbows.
It was funny, dude, because there was always those fucking straight try hard kids, dude.
Yeah.
That like, oh my god, they disgusted the fuck out of me. Like, okay, there's okay, so this is what I mean by try hard. There's a difference between people who try hard at what they're doing and they're really good at it, and then there's those fuckers who just take it way too fucking seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well, basketball is my god and I love basketball and and I live by the fucking book and this and that, and it's like total fucking try hard status. And there was a couple guys right there too.
Oh yeah, I knew people like that, especially when we would play against this team called Cardin. Do you remember them?
Yes,
dude. Every time I went there, it's like I would destroy them like single-handedly. I am not kidding. This is even past 4th grade.
Oh jeez.
Every time we would go there, I would put up at least 25 to 30 points by myself.
Damn.
I have no idea what it was. The floor, the rim, the backboard, maybe just the presence of the fucking place, but it was home field for me, dude.
Oh.
There was a game that we played where I was dropping threes like crazy. Like I was Steph Curry before Steph Curry. And I'm dropping threes on this fucking game, and then they take me out, and Carden starts relaying back. I go back in maybe after about 3-4 minutes, and they stole the ball from somebody, and they went back and laid it up. They ended up getting the ball to me, and like their side's like all like, yeah, come on, get him. I drop a three, swish. Crowd goes absolutely quiet. Just like you could feel the air like just come right out of that place, dude. And I destroyed them every year.
That's fucking hilarious. I
don't even know where Carden's at now.
I don't know. Probably getting fucked in the ass. I don't know. Like Carden sucked. Always sucked no matter what sport. They were garbage. They were like PU.
Yeah, for real.
PU skunkers.
The S skunkers. Yeah. And then what else did you play? Did you play softball?
Dude, I don't know how I forgot about this, dude. I was really fucking good at softball, and I ended up playing softball through like when my adult years too, like joining softball teams and stuff like that. They would always have me at the three or four spot, like in the lineup. I would play third base, which I loved playing third base. Third base was so much fun. And I was usually the guy that they would have at batting practice when for people doing like outfield and infield practice and stuff like that. So I was always the one batting because I could hit the ball like really accurate. So there's this kid named Timothy Yergel. Yergel? Yeah, Yergel. And he looks exactly like his name sounds. Timothy Yergel. High fucking socks, glasses, and he's just real dangly.
Yeah.
Oh, my name's Yergel. Shout out to Timothy Yergel. You're a pretty cool guy. Anyways, so he's a second baseman, and and so he was like, all right. And so I hit it to first, right? And then he's like, okay. And my coach was like, okay, hit it to third. And then I hit it to third, and he's all right, hit it to short. And I'm like, all right. And he's like, okay, go ahead and hit it to second. But before I hit it to second, Timothy Yergel over there at second, he's like, oh yeah, you fucking suck. You can't hit it at me. You're not going to hit it my way. So, dude, I ramped up on this pitch as hard as I could, and I fucking hit it so hard. And, dude, I'm not lying. It went right at him, and it hit him right in the shins.
Yes.
Boom! Like, super fucking hard. And, dude, that was when that was when my coach, like, realized that I was, like, pretty damn good because, dude, I told him, I was like, I'm going to fucking, like, fuck him up. And I launched it right at him. Boom! Hit him right in the fucking shins, dude. And I fucked him up.
Hell yeah.
Fuck him up.
That's what you get.
It was awesome,
Fucker.
Dude. And I don't know if we ever won any fucking championships, but we had a pretty good damn team. Like, me and my friend Javier would always fucking kill it. Shout out to Javier. He was my quarterback, too. He was just a badass. He was awesome.
So here's the thing with me in softball at St. Helens. Guess how many championships I won?
2?
Yeah. But here's the thing. It would have been 3.
Really?
But because there weren't that many people that wanted to play for the guys' team, we didn't have a team my 8th grade year.
Oh.
And oh man, dude, I was so mad because I was looking forward to that all year.
You know,
long.
I think I heard about that. I think I heard about you guys not having a team that year because you guys didn't have enough guys.
I told them, I was like, let the JV kids come up. Fuck
Yeah.
it, we'll just have one team.
That's true.
And they're like, nope, we're not going to do it.
Unless you're St. Anthony's and you had like 7. Dude, fuck St. Anthony's.
Dude, they were always the heels.
Dude, always the fucking
St. Anthony's
heels,
was always the heels.
Always the fucking because for one, they would definitely cheat to win.
Oh, especially in
with their
football.
Stupid fucking referee.
They bring along a referee, even though like you have your own referees.
Yeah, and you know he was getting paid a pretty penny to fucking
hell
cheat like
yeah.
a motherfucker.
Especially with him being there all the years that we played against them.
Oh my god. Like, even if he were to come on this show and say that he never took money and never cheated, I would never fucking believe him.
Me either,
He
dude.
cheated, he took money, he fucked so many people over, and he ruined childhood lives. Fuck you, umpire, wherever the fuck you are.
I don't
And
know
you
his
too,
name. I don't know his
St.
name,
Anthony's,
but
fuck you.
I don't know his name, but if I knew his name, I'd look him up and I'd
Punch him.
probably. We should go to like a St. Anthony's game just to see if he's still like there.
Oh, dude, I don't even... Dude, if he was, I would fucking boom.
But hey,
Boo, the
hey,
ref
fucker,
sucks.
remember me? Remember how many games you fucked me out of? How many penalties you
He
threw
doesn't
at
remember
me?
any of us, sadly.
But dude, I would have been so good fucking softball that year. And it's not fair.
That sucks,
I
dude.
played second base.
Oh, okay.
And then my 7th grade year, I started playing shortstop too.
Nice.
So 8th grade year, I probably would have been shortstop. And dude, I don't know why, but I'm just so good at baseball, like naturally good at baseball.
Yeah, same.
And I was one of the few kids that like had the ability to like hit a different direction. You know how like, if you're batting right-handed,
Oppo, yeah,
it'll go to the left. But I had the ability to like turn my body while it's like coming at me and hit it to the right. So everybody be like, "Oh shit, where's it gonna go?" But you know what the best feeling is like when you play baseball is like when you see the outfield back up.
Oh yeah, dude, you go out there. Dude, I almost hated that because it was like, fuck, I can't hit it too far now.
Yeah, but you try to hit that little sweet spot, like that little rover spot, like right behind, like dude. Second base. But dude, that was always like the best feeling. They're like, back up,
and
you're like, that's right, goddamn it. No,
back
but dude,
up.
I was dropping bombs in 7th grade. Like I was hitting it to the fence.
Nice.
And I was like, that's why another reason why I wanted to play in 8th grade because I was like, I bet you I can knock this shit over the fence.
Ooh.
But nope, never got it. Did you ever play Little League or Pop Warner or anything like that?
No, I never. Well, I never got the chance to play tackle football because of my heart.
That young?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I never got to do it because like when I first had my surgery, I was already 1.5.
Yeah.
And they told me, they were like, yeah, you can't take any like contact to your chest. And you know what's funny is that I played tackle football when I was like in 3rd grade when I went to this not Catholic school, this what the fuck was it? I don't know, some random school, some Fresno Unified school.
Okay.
And I was playing tackle as just like a regular, like just at recess and stuff like that. And I was like really good at it, dude. I would have been really fucking good for a while, like probably until like I started getting in high school when everyone's all fucking 6'5", 300, and I'm just like 5'8",
and you're just like some regular dude.
Yeah, and like early on, I would have been really good, but then I would have probably just fucking died after a while. But yeah, dude, I didn't get to play Little League either because it was like I always wanted to play soccer at that time. I should have played baseball. I still fucking hate myself for not playing baseball because I was really good at it. Yeah, and I didn't get to play Pop Warner either, just the flag and whatnot. What about you?
I didn't play Pop Warner. I probably should have, because early, at least get into it, closer to high school. I bet you I probably would have gotten better.
Okay.
But dude, I'm so mad at my parents. My brother got to play Little League, but I didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of the money or what?
No way, dude. It wasn't because of the money back then. I asked them and I was like, why didn't you guys put me in Little League? Like, I like playing baseball. Why didn't you put me in it? Their thing was, oh, well, you didn't seem like you wanted to play.
Oh.
How do you know I don't want to play unless you put me in there?
Oh, man, that's the worst.
How are you supposed to know if you don't let me try, right?
Yeah.
And oh my god, dude, like, I'm so mad because like I hear stories about like when Long Leg Daddy will tell stories about playing Little League, or like I hear my brother or my cousin talk about it.
You're all jealous.
I am, man, because fuck, like imagine how many friends I would have made. Imagine how many fucking good times I would have had. But no, you didn't seem like you wanted to play. Well, how do you know?
Dude,
how do you know I wanted to play soccer? Fuck.
Dude, that totally sucks, but
I'm all mad.
I always definitely hated that when I was younger growing up, when like my parents would be like, well, you just didn't seem interested. So it's like, but for me, like when it came down to,
I'm not interested in the dentist either, but I still gotta go.
Yeah, why'd you have to put me there, jackass? No.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I kind of realized that too in terms of son of a bitch. Yeah, like where I lost my train of thought.
I could tell.
I'll cut that out. I'm just kidding. But no, like I was saying,
leave it in.
when your parents would tell you that stuff, like, oh, I just didn't think you're interested. I was like, fuck, man. Like I was so interested.
Yeah.
But when it came to baseball, that was probably one of my biggest regrets, was not ever playing Little League, or wanting to play Little League. And we probably would have had the money to do it too. Like obviously though,
well, it was like 500 of you fucking kids. Jesus.
I know, but dude, my mom was fucking loaded back then because this was right before.
Oh yeah, how else would she have got you that Game Boy?
No, dude, this was right before, like the recession. When the fucking market was going insane.
Yep,
dude, she was fucking just killing it out there.
Tell me about it.
Houses, loans, all kinds of. She was killing it, dude. And I feel bad because it all kind of came down. But
Yeah.
and so, but that was kind of the thing, was just like, you know, I that's probably one of my biggest regrets, was not ever playing like baseball or anything like that. That's a big regret.
So we're winding down here, but I'll have you answer this question. What's a sport that you wish you could have played, whether it was you know, as a kid in high school or whatever, middle
Football.
school?
It would have been tackle football, because you know, playing flag football was fun, but I enjoyed contact. Like, I enjoyed people like fucking.
You want to get hit.
Well, I enjoyed fucking hitting people, but I enjoyed like the fact when people would like go for a tackle and you would just fucking just
give
throw
them a
people
good ass stiff
off,
arm,
dude.
yeah.
Like, just
Hell
throwing
yeah.
people off. That was so much fun to me. And obviously, as you get older, it would have gotten a little bit harder to do that, because fucking, once again, people like these fucking freshman kids coming in at 6'8", 300 pounds, ridiculous fucking sizes, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, easily tackle football, because it was so much fun. I love football. I know the game so well. You know, like all the fucking defenses, offenses, a lot of shit. I mean, even to this day, it's, you know, I run a fake baseball podcast, like, with some of my friends, and it's like, man, if I had a football league, I would be so much better at like podcasting, because I know so much. But yeah, it'll always be that. It's like tackle football. I wish. What about you?
I got a couple, because my brother, he went to San Joaquin Memorial, and they had wrestling at the time.
Oh,
And I remember him talking about it. And as a kid, I'm like, man, that'd be cool to play wrestling. How come St. Helens doesn't have wrestling?
Yeah.
So I always wanted to do wrestling, but then they didn't have it at Memorial when I went. But then when I went to Sunnyside, yeah, they had it. But obviously, like, I'm a junior, and it's way too late for me to get into wrestling. So I was like, damn, too bad I couldn't play wrestling. If I could figure out how to fucking ice skate, man, I'd play hockey. But God, I can't roller skate and I can't ice skate either, so I can't play hockey.
Hockey's on my list as of right now. To play in the next 5 years.
This is the reason why I would want to play as a kid. First of all, it's kind of like football. Like, you get all the pads and you get all the gear and shit. You look cool, but like, man, like, it's kind of like soccer. You just get to run around. And do whatever. And it's the same thing with hockey. You just get to skate around and fucking hit the fucking puck.
Yeah.
You know, like, it as a kid, like, you don't get it. It's not as serious,
right?
So you don't have to worry about, oh, pass it over here, pass it this way, running plays and shit. You're just like, get the puck, let's score. You know. And then definitely it would have been baseball as a kid, like fast pitch.
Oh, okay.
It definitely would have been baseball.
Yeah, I hear you there, and dude, like,
damn it, Mom.
But the shitty part is that like hockey wasn't like something that was like, you know, relevant around fucking here in California.
We don't got snow.
Just, you know, yeah. Well, I mean, they did have rings, but at the same time, it was like
we had Gateway, but I mean,
yeah. And dude, it's funny though, because it's like hockey right now in my life is like one of the only, probably the only sport as of right now that I watch and I want to play. Because like I'll watch football and it's like, okay, it's just football, whatever.
Yeah. You don't want to do anything besides maybe like just pass the ball around.
yeah. Or the same thing with like baseball. All I want to do is just hit the ball, whatever.
Yeah,
but
play catch or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. Just like hockey, like there's something different about hockey, and it always
intrigued it's the allure of us never having played it.
Possibly, yeah. Living out,
never being around us as a kid, really.
Yeah.
Other than seeing it on TV.
I can understand that. Living through our childhood vicariously.
Yeah. And then, I mean, yeah, obviously you could tell we want to play hockey because we went to the Sharks game.
Yeah,
you know, so
good old Sharkies.
But man, yeah,
Red Wings are going to be there tomorrow or on Monday.
Oh well.
The final games of the season it's coming up. I think it might either end this week or the next week.
Mm-hmm.
And when playoffs come around,
playoff hockey is like the coolest shit ever.
Oh my god, it gets crazy.
It's own.
It's awesome.
Yeah, but man, if only we could play those back then.
I remember all I wished was my coach would have put me in fourth quarter, man. We would have won the state champion. I bet you could throw these pigskin over the mountains.
All I wish is that my mom would have asked me if I wanted to play baseball and then said yes. Oh man, but Well,
good.
let's wrap it up here. I think we had a pretty good show.
Dude,
Mr. Executioner, where can they find you on the social stuff?
All right. Well, first and foremost, I just want to thank Yeshua or Jesus once again for allowing me to do this. I also want to say shout out to the Good Times podcast.
Well, shout out to them too.
Yeah, shout out to those guys. They're great. No, I want to say shout out to the guys of the round table. You probably heard the Sports Society commercial in the middle of this because I'm pretty sure I put that in there. I forgot to talk about it, but the Sports Society commercial in the show itself is super awesome. I also want to say shout out to Vlad from Guys of the Round Table who had me on their podcast this past week on Friday, where we talked a little bit about, or I should say, we talked a lot about religion and I guess faith and the kind of the downs of the actual organization of religion. But yeah, I just wanted to throw it out there. So go ahead and check them out. They're on GOTR, on Twitter. Good Times Podcast. Son of a bitch. Guys of the Round Table. Just look them up. You'll find them. They're super awesome. Shout out to them. But once again, where can you find us? All you have to do is go to www.thegoodtimespodcast.com, where you will find all of our. Oh my God, I can't even say it right. Where you will find all of our podcasts. Anywhere from YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Pocket Cast, Podbean, all kinds of places. Tune in and whatnot. There's just a bunch of places where you can find it. And yeah, where else can they find us?
I don't know, but they can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and my Snapchat at BSALSANCHEZ.
Wait, did I do this in the wrong order?
Probably.
I did it in the wrong order.
You didn't even plug your stuff.
Yeah, I did that all wrong. So if you want to go ahead and find me, all you have to do is go to Twitter, where you can find me at The Executioner, THEXEKutioner, or you can find me on Instagram at _HERBA Lutioner, The Herbolutioner, or you can hit me up on Facebook at Chris Clips Hernandez, CLYPSE is the Clips, and yeah, so
just see what happens when you get out of order.
Oh my God, I was trying my hardest to plug those.
Don't forget to follow the Good Times Podcast on Twitter at It's Good Times. I think that's the one you left out. I don't know.
I said the website, so it was. I was expecting you to throw that one out, so my bad.
I don't know what's going on here anymore. But we had a good show, so don't forget to subscribe to all the places that you get your podcast from, and new episodes drop out every Thursday.
Yeah.
And tune in next week where we'll have another jam-packed, picked, licked, and dicked episode of Good Times.
Tonight.